This week on Garageland, we're talking to underground metal legends Coalesce. Formed in Kansas City in 1994, the band has a tumultuous history of brilliant records and frequent breakups. 2009's Aux marks their first new release in a decade, and despite the lengthy hiatus, it has already been hailed as one of the band's strongest records to date.
I feel bad. I feel like we just drove everyone out of the room.
Oh, no, they all want to smoke because there's nothing to do in here. And so everybody just cracked out their smokes.
Yeah.
And then the bartender came out here and jumped down our throats. And so we're like, well, there's no beer and there's no water.
There's no beer or water back here?
No,
I
but
have a
asked for
beer.
some soda pop and they gave me a 2-liter. I was like, does it look like I fucking ordered 2 pizzas for me and my kids? Like, no, I'm happy.
You're talking shit right now.
I am.
In talking about Aux, how much does it surprise you the degree to which people have embraced a record that you guys released, I mean, almost a decade after, last releasing new music?
I don't know. I guess it didn't really hit me until I was talking to one of the higher ups at Relapse, and they're like, "Well, we're really proud of you guys. I can't think of another band that comes back from the dead and then gets in these accolades or whatever in these metal magazines." And I guess I didn't really think about it. And at the same time, when we play shows to 20 people, I mean, it's just like, oh, this is just like it was back in the day. Nobody cares. They'll care when we break up again or whatever. That's how people are. But keep in mind too, when we put out records back in the 90s, we didn't go tour on them. We put them out and broke up. And then we'd get back together like a year later or something, and then we'd play those songs, and there was a hodgepodge. So we've never been able to actually support a record and be like, hey, look, we're playing all these new songs. So that's totally new for us on this, and it feels really cool too, because that's a new experience for us.
Given that the band has this sort of epic history of getting together, breaking up, putting out a record, getting together, breaking up, is there any tension associated with being back together and being on the road, like wanting to keep it together? Does that exist at all?
No, I mean, this is that. If we were trying to make it, or and by make it I mean get on MTV or be the next Thursday or
I think
whatever.
You guys could do it, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe there'd be some pressure, but this is like, I mean, this is it. I mean, if we're trying to quote unquote make it, then this is what it looks like, sitting in a back room, hanging out with some new people, drinking a 2-liter of soda pop, and and playing a show, and having a good time, I mean, that's as far as our aspirations go. I mean, if this is it, if this is it, then that's it. You know what I mean? It's a hobby and something fun to do for us. Put it this way, real short. Coalesce has been put in its place, whereas it was not put in its place in the past. It was put up here, at least it was in my life, So that's why it was so traumatic when it would break up, and I wouldn't know what to do with myself or whatnot, but it's it's been prioritized properly, and it's worked out really good. Instead of planning for the future, we just plan a month in advance, and I mean, that's how Salt and Passage happened. That's how Aux happened. That's how Aux EP happened. It's just little baby steps instead of trying to have some kind of goal.